Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday, and welcome to the final day of Week 3 of the VRML preseason. In today's strong end to the weekend, we've got 9 matchups in store throughout the day and night. Starting off first here with Team Gravity versus Backlash. This is a European Clash of Titans and much anticipated match about to unfold here. These two teams faced off in Week 2, and it was Backlash taking the victory across the 3 rounds, but Team Gravity keeping the score differentials very close in that last match. That was, I believe, 14-10 in that second round. And, or 15-14, sorry, in the second round, and 15-10 in the third. So, overall, very close. Definitely 2 top teams here, and they're about ready to start off. We have pinged the teams and getting ready to go. As far as your caster's booth today, it is just me, Palidore, doing the casting. And then over on cameras, it is Wit, just him. Not that we've ever had 2 cameramen, but cameramen. Camera person. Camera doors? I don't know. Anyway. Tutorial Bot was supposed to join me for some of these earlier, but unfortunately he's feeling a little bit under the weather, so well wishes to him. Hope he feels better soon in a mathematically timely manner. For those who were here in the stream yesterday. Hello to Twitch chat. See Rock Tor in there, and Bad Internet, Emil. Boop. Hello, hello. So yes, and don't worry guys, if you're getting tired of my voice yet at this point, we're going to be bringing on a handful of new casters, I think, in this next week or so. A couple of which, at least, who will be able to do some of these European matches with me. So, you know, you only have to deal with my solo cast for so long. Don't you worry. But in the meantime, it's going to be off here to the match. 10 minutes wound up on the clock. Team Gravity on the orange team, Backlash over on the blue. So let's do this. Launch is underway, and fast on the approach. First is going to be Team Gravity taking that. The goal actually momentarily left open there, but just opting for a reset and the spacing. So all up on the floor areas for the moment, Team Gravity. So some pass fakes will result in this cross pass to the back and then into the goal. So nice little barrier pass working in some easy offense to start this one off for Team Gravity. And there's your 2 points. Not even 30 seconds in. Well, I mean, now it's 30 seconds in, but not then. You know what I mean. So rolling out here, it's going to be Backlash on the joust. Sundance QBing. Immediate pass to Nilly with a more immediate pass to Torin, and then right down to Lego, and that was like a zipper of passes right there. It was just cut, and then right at the barrier. But now intercept from Simon of Team Gravity. The stack so quickly on there. Now 5 points on the board. Before I could even finish my call and call the turnover, Gravity was already on the other side of the floor practically. And to that, I say dang. So 5 quick points there on the board as Backlash gets ready to go once more. Lego again, or Sundance again, rather, to Torin, and another zipper series of passes. That finds Torin back up top to Lego. One more cross. Oh, into the goal. Actually went for the backboard shot, punching him out, getting his own rebound, and Lego doing the dirty work against 3 defenders there for Team Gravity. And oh, there you go. 2 points now. Quite quick succession there. Those rollouts are quite impressive to me, though, from Backlash. Very efficient, very fast. Cannot deny that. So Viatrex here. It's Team Gravity in control of the offensive joust for the first time in this match. Viatrex being pressured there by Lego. Lego just trying to play those lanes, and some monkey in the middle happening as a result. Al Pacino on the other side, finding Simon on the side wall. And then over on back to Lewis, who backs it even further out to Viatrex. Some swarming defense going on now from Backlash as Team Gravity just tries to find their avenues. Simon backing it out yet again. And then one cross up top and Lewis down low. 7-2 for Team Gravity. That was some tight defense being played there by Backlash, but also really nice spacing and just passing back and forth. They weren't afraid to back it out of the bubble and back in again just to find the best possible shot. So very good patience there and organization on Team Gravity's part, or Backlash's part rather. And now Team Gravity trying to cause this turnover and just might. Viatrex will be there first, have a chance. One more cross. Lewis is going to take a tap off the Geo to Simon's hands. Misses the anchored shot from the corner. And now recovered by Backlash. But the stack, just addressing that stack, that boost so quickly. So finding themselves once more in possession and into the corner as the pocket gets assaulted. Lewis, so another turnover. It's going to be Nilly now trying to look for that boost with Lego. Tapped out outside the bubble, but another stack. These defensive stacks are just killing it right now for both of these teams. Look at how fast up and down the court they go. Viatrex is going to come away with that, but for how long is the question? Not very if I'm a betting man. So Al Pacino will have that now. Back it to the midline. So now one at the goal, or at least the bubble area. And looking for his angles. Lewis, one more pass. And again, this time Al Pacino for Team Gravity. They're off to a quick start here. Being led right now by Al Pacino with the 4 points, but Viatrex with 3 and Lewis with 2. And a pair of assists for both Lewis and Simon. You already know what Lewis and Simon are capable of on the stacking end, but right now they're just distributing the disc nicely, finding those assists to their teammates and enabling those shots. So Sundance now off to Torin, and nice save there, just in the nick of time for Al Pacino. He gets punched out, but there's still going to be a recovery there for them. And yeah, Dollar Ranger in the chat also saying Team Gravity off to a fast start. Indeed, back in that first match back in week 2, that is, as this disc gets controlled here by Backlash. Maybe just going to wait for their teammates to join them on the front line. Nillywick's receiving that on the slow cut. Right back to Torin. One more pass. Whoa, the slingshot. Sundance. How about that one? That was great. Very quick pass and immediately just slung it. Yeah, so as I was saying, in the initial match back in week 2, Backlash won the first round 13-4. That was their strongest round of the 3. This time, a little bit of a reversal almost. It's Backlash being held to 4 currently, and Team Gravity trying to recover that and trying to hold on to a strong lead in their own right with 4.5 left in this first round. And Rocktor saying the EU offense seems stronger than NA. I will, as this disc, hold on, going in, getting punched, getting stunned, into the back, or the bottom of the floor. Torin trying to reset that, and maybe unsuccessfully, actually. Now another quick short-range boost from Lewis and Viatrex that time, dishing it down low to Simon. Simon will buy the 11th point for Team Gravity. Very nice. To address Rocktor's point, so I would definitely agree now, though. Stacks, the speed, absolutely better on the EU side so far. Not just the first stack, the second one. They have those stacking pairs. And there's always one bothering something in the front line or whatever. And then the second stack is what is so much better at the moment on the EU part. I've definitely noticed that. And it's quite impressive. I mean, just look at that one. And, oh, on the steal, trying to get that one in, but dinging it off. Another rebound, another punch. Al Pacino going to try and clear that into the hands, actually, of Viatrex for the pass. Then he will clear as a boost comes on through again. So disc is loose, taken there by Simon. Simon's going to find just outside the bubble. He has Al Pacino on the other end. He'll find Al Pacino, going to take it in to Lewis and backing out again. So there is that patience at play. That was Lewis could have gone for the shot, but it would have been a tougher angle. However, on the other end, the deep shot from Sundance as the defense tries to retreat and retrieve it. Unable to, so beautiful shot and off that boost from Backlash to get them within 4. And yeah, Boop, definitely the observation I've come across as well. that Simon Lewis stack ever since the show match, and every match since then, they have been unbelievably quick on those approaches with those stacks. Now Nillywick will take a backboard over to Lego, rebounding it. Might have had a chance, but either way, the guarantee from Lego. Wisely, because there was still a goalie unstunned in there. So now it's actually a 2-point game and about 2 minutes left. But yeah, both of these teams now starting to come together. Team Gravity was enjoying a nice little lead there for the first 5 minutes or so, but just coming right back with a few now is Backlash, and now it's anyone's game again. So Lego will take it. You can see that stack, those double stacking pairs. You got Simon and Lewis over on the blue side, and in the back end, it's Al Pacino and Viatrex. But now look at that. So the first stack bothering it. You have exactly what I'm talking about. Those two stacks so efficient and causing so many problems, because it's like when you make these passes, the offense has to get rid of it immediately because there's always another stack, and that is just dangerous. So Lewis now finding the back pass for Team Gravity to Viatrex, hanging out in the back line. And they know they can waste some time here. They have a minute. They have a lead. Now that was a very deep and risky pass that will result in a turnover. For the meantime, there are a pair of stacks, a pair of pairs coming in to maybe take the lead. No, rebounded though by Backlash. There's Lego going to Nilly. Nilly, one more pass, little bit too low. Oh no, and Viatrex is gonna try and tap it. And now another tap going out to the other side. Fast on that approach and trying to retreat on defense. If Gravity can score here, that may seal it for the first round. Viatrex is actually going to back it out, and that could be just as well in their favor. So now needs to play it up. Backlash, they have less than 30 seconds. They need to play aggressively here. Maybe start leaving that goal, because with 20 seconds left, the turnover needs to happen right now, and it did not. So as a result, the 2-point from Al Pacino to cap off the first round for Team Gravity. Got a little bit of a nervous situation for them, no doubt, but they managed to come together and close it here with the 13-9. So for Team Gravity in that first, it's Al Pacino leading the scoring with 6 points. 3 for Via, Lewis with 2, Simon with 2, and a rematch. So that's your stats. Rip. Yep, so the immediate restart. Apparently they just wanted to get done with the intermission in a quick succession. Which, okey-dokes, we'll keep that in mind and just read off the stats even quicker next time. As the quick launch comes out, but butted off the head, it looks like, on that stack attempt. Now it's going to go to Nillywick. And down it goes for Torin, downing the goal. So this time, Backlash with the first 2 points of the new round. But yeah, so, and Deller pointing out too in the chat, they pressure it so well, switching from offense to defensive chaining really fast, and exactly. I think that's both the kind of the double-edged sword, if I want. I'm not sure I should call it that as the slap goes through, but shot going in as well, just a little bit off, digging twice, and finally in there. It's going to be a 2-pointer, maybe butted in there by Viatrex. But yeah, maybe the double-edged sword to a degree is the fact that they are so committed to this double stacks on both offense and defense, which is great for the speed. But in terms of actually finding those passes, makes it awfully hard. Of course, that's just kind of how the meta is. It's not the wrong thing. It's just, you know, it's to work around the stacks. You want to find less stacks and more individual spacing. That's how typically North America would handle it, for instance. But EU opts for the double stacks on both ends at times, and so the spacing is closer, which means the passes need to go through a lot quicker. And you know what? They make it work for them. It makes this game so much more fast-paced than even I'm used to with 4v4 in general. So it's exciting, if not a little bit hard for me to call in a timely fashion. But that's a good problem to have, because, you know what? Fast-paced, the more exciting, I suppose. Cannot disagree with that. And now it's going to go rolling off the bowling shot, just missing. But the stacks again quickly on the rebound. Lewis is going to come away with that. Kind of uncontested for the meantime, so it's going to back it out the bubble. Beautiful awareness there to find himself out of the trouble. And now one more pass, but Torin the intercept. Torin the clear. The boost coming through on both ends as usual. The punches coming up in bunches into the pocket, recovered by Lewis, looking for another clear, looking for another stack, but right back at them. Backlash. So again, back and forth, just unbelievable amount of ping-ponging, rubber banding, whatever you want to call it. These teams are banding together to find themselves going at every end of the floor with incredible speed and accuracy. That's the huge thing. Not only are they fast, but they are very accurate. We're not even seeing a lot of these overshoots, which admittedly we see quite a bit in North America's end sometimes, but it seems like a lot of these stacks are very, very accurate to where they need to be, whether they're aiming for the disc or they're aiming for the brawls. A lot of these stacks are on point. The redirects are on point. And, you know, just that had to take so much practice and coordination to pull the maneuvers off that these teams are. So now we're hearing and seeing a lot of these brawls going off, denying perhaps for the first time the extremely quick boost, but still getting back to the other end and missing the catch is Simon, but on the other end, Al Pacino will be there, contested by Lego, and then Viatrex getting that disc and flinging that on over to Lewis, who gets it to Simon as he's about to be contested. Very nice man defense now we're seeing. So some versatility here on the defensive end from the teams. Now diving on that beautifully is Nillywick, still taking it back is Simon, and another pass to Viatrex in the back. So another reset. Super impressed here by what I'm seeing on the offensive end from Gravity, but on the defensive end from Backlash as well. But Simon will find the bottom of that well for the second point for Team Gravity. And it's 4 for Backlash. And that was, compared to the first round, a pretty long goal length. Took about 2 minutes and 40 seconds-ish just for that score to happen. So Torin is going to receive that and get it to Lego. One more back to Torin, being dove upon. Another pass. Oh, the soft one. Maybe one too many. And that one is going to be out of there. Really do like the teamwork, though, just not looking for the pass, and that's bound to happen anytime you get really close to that goalie. And now finding himself in close enough range for the two-pointer, it's Torin. So 4-point lead for Backlash.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So much better start to this second round, about halfway through it. And Backlash finding themselves with a lead this time. Opposite to that first round where Team Gravity was in control for that first half. Now a nice grab there and some stuns. Gonna, mean that disc actually will get through. Thought Team Gravity had the interception. Now looking for the shot, but realizing it's not there, so they'll go for the cross instead. Very nicely done to Torin. Torin has one more to the other side of the backboard. And now, great grab from Al Pacino, just sticking his hand out there and catching a fish with that disc. And now trying to fish for the recovery. That time we do see an overshoot. It's going to be taken briefly by Sundance, who does get stunned out. One at goal. Lego diving out wisely, but Al Pacino, nice pass to him from Lewis, finding themselves the open opportunity off of what otherwise was a heady dive there from Lego. Just at that corner angle. Would have been a tough shot, but two open teammates meant that they can go for the easier pass in the open shot. So that was nice recognition. And now an interception, actually. And Team Gravity could take the lead or tie it up. But no, back to Nillywick ever so briefly, but denying him the opportunity. Simon will visibly celebrate as he dumps in that shot, goes to the nest, and sends in one more as the disc respawns, just because. Gotta get the practice shot in right before you spawn, don't you? So it's all tied up now. And Sundance is gonna get rid of the stack, trying to turn it over. And it will be Lego coming away with it. And then the back pass to Sundance. Sundance goes down low. The stack on the approach. Hits Torin. Torin hits Lego. Lego hits the goal. 2 more points and 2 points of a lead for Backlash. Lego assisted by Torin this time. And we've got ourselves an assist apiece for Nilly, Sundance, and Torin in this second round here for Backlash. Now Viatrex gets that to Lewis. Lewis finds Al Pacino. The stack just delayed briefly enough for them to get those passes off. But see, that's the thing. With those stacks so quickly on the approach, you need to be both accurate and fast with those passes for your offense to work. It's difficult. But Nahu trying to make that shot go through. Sailed past the hands of one defender, but still got back into Simon's mitts. Simon trying to look for the clear. Lego trying to look for the deep shot. Maybe a rebound on the other end by Torin. Great positioning from Backlash for one more pass now. Lego back down, but not on the shot. The rebound, not either. So back to the pocket. And back to Gravity. See on the other end here, Lewis taking that out, backing it out. Lewis has been very good with that. He'll receive that disc. And multiple times now, it's been Lewis, the one to receive that at the edge of bubble, back it out a little bit, wait for his teammates to join him. Nice pass, Al Pacino. Nice shot from Simon. The 1 point lead now. Bose was at goal and now exposing them to take the 1 point advantage. That was really good recognition and passing from Team Gravity. Very nice pass as well. Just tapping it to him, and the execution just flawless on that one. Backlash now down by a point, 90 seconds left in the second round. They need to come up ahead here if they want to stay alive in the series. Now that bounce is going to be dangerous, and Simon, eyeing the goal from up above. Hanging up above and getting the clear though, getting some boost coming on, and now Al Pacino, Simon, Lewis, all stacked up together, splitting apart now, overshooting that first one. Simon is there to contest Sundance as well. Lego and Viatrex and Nillywick all converging on the disc before one more deep pass sails past the hands of Torin, and now down the back line to Al Pacino, waiting and hanging on, just like the first round. Team Gravity hanging on to the 1 point. The 1 score, but Nillywick, the save from Lewis, I believe it was, flying through. Wow, that was maybe a game-winning save potentially. They're still going to get another attempt on offense. Backlash here from the corner, cross pass, and absolutely Nillywick, 30 seconds taking a 1 point lead. They needed that one. What a series of plays and a series this is between Team Gravity and Backlash, coming down to these final minutes in the first 2 rounds. A crazy save it was, but alas, the goal still going through. We have 10 seconds on this joust. There is a little time to spare. That is a fast one, but awesome defense there from Torin. Simon, one more. Oh, the miss, and it was almost an opportunity. That was beautiful and dangerous. And the heart, no doubt, racing for everyone involved in this one. So we will, in fact, off of the 1 point victory, go to a round 3 for the series. What an ending. And only one word said in comms by the players in that one after it ended. And that was, oof. With a little bit more of an accent, but yes. just oof. That was it. But alas, while they may be disappointed there that they did not make that game-winning shot, no oofs on the end of the broadcast team or the fans, I'm sure, because this makes things a lot more interesting for round 3 now. And Boop saying, can't believe they left the goal open there. And yeah, it's one of those things where I would say both teams have been very disciplined for the most part, but just that small lapse could have definitely cost them bad for Backlash. Just quite lucky. Quite lucky that the angle was tough and they missed that shot. So it looks like this time the teams did actually opt for the full intermission. Maybe need themselves a breather off after all that fast-paced gameplay. So it was Torin with the 4 points for Backlash and 2 apiece for Lego and Nilly. Over on Team Gravity's side in that second round, Simon with the 7 points. Fast joust now, and almost right around that goal area. Viatrex will be there as well as Al Pacino. So first offensive possession will be back to Team Gravity here. Being pressured hard, going down low. Oh, that would have been in actually, I think. But luckily, Torin was in the goal for the send out on the clear out. And now in a roundabout to the other end, it's going to be, oh, another ding there. Missing the first opportunity on that open goal. So Simon will take that one. He needs to get rid of it quickly. He did not expect the defense to jump out at him like that. Vitrex will still receive that one. And oh, cannot work that one in. What happened there? Was that a grab and a dunk ding? If I'm not mistaken, Wit can correct me, but wow. Oh, okay. And now, oh, this deep shot, though. That will be good for Al Pacino. All right, 3 points now. And now the player comes in chat, clarifying. See, we were just going for the 3. But I can't have much, or I don't have much to say about that. Just to be open and honest here, I did, in fact, in season 3, may have dinged a dunk on my own accord, so I can't really be one to judge. It happens, okay? It happens. Don't like to talk about it. And now getting it out of there, tapping it out the bubble. That was very close. It's a 3-man crew for Team Gravity trying to do something with that disc, but it ultimately gets back to Backlash's hands, who back it way out to Nillywick. And Nillywick finding Sundance near that Geo. Now anchored down, Lego leaving it, trying to lead Torin, but Torin unable to collect it. So now Lego will come away with it. Just doing some full 360s as he crawls around on the ground, looking for those passes. Nice spacing out now from these teams, and now going in for the one-on-one, but oh, the save, Al Pacino, but he gets stunned. And off of the stun, leaving his hands and going straight into that goal. Very unlucky for Al Pacino. Probably shouting to himself, Al Pacino. That was really bad. But Team Gravity going to be here on the joust now with a disc. Viatrex getting stunned out, actually double stunned on the other end. So coming away with it is Al Pacino. The positioning here from Gravity, just taking over the floor area. A little bit clumped up on that other end, but they're going to find a nice easy on pass to Al Pacino with the easy on in goal for the 2. And that's going to be a 3-point lead for Gravity. Again, the best, it's not a best of 3 situation, but it is in this particular game now because one-on-one apiece. First round was went to Team Gravity. Backlash took that second one. Both were by very narrow margins. And same story here in this third round. It is being kept really close. Bit of hot potato, multiple turnovers, change of possessions. Sundance is going to receive that, try and dish it deeply with a very nice pass to Nillywick, who puts that in. The defense trying to collapse on it. That was pinpoint precision to hit Nilly. Very nice. So 1-point game, back and forth. It will continue to go. So launching out here and trying to find themselves an opportunity, but will be a turnover, maybe. No, instead, okay, taken back there by Gravity, but taken right back by Backlash. So back to back with some of those turnovers, and finally coming away with it is Team Gravity. Off the head. One of those double-edged swords of the stack, and now stabbing with the sword into the goal. Sundance to actually go up by 1. That one's gonna hurt because for Gravity there, they had the collection. They were prepared for maybe a clear and boost. But those are one of the things, and again, I can't speak in any judgmental way because the amount of times I've headbutted the disc out of a teammate's hands as recently as yesterday, I think it happened 2 or 3 times. It'll happen if you're not mindful of it. So always a tough thing. But for Team Gravity, they will have a chance here at offense, working it in, diving on out, the pass not received, and bouncing back out to the pocket where will be recollected just briefly and contested pretty angrily by Viatrex. Oh, but can't find the clear, so instead it'll be off into the Team Gravity side, near that outer edge of the three-point bubble, recollected by Simon. Fast back pass to Al Pacino. He's going to look for the clear. Nice quickly on the boost there from both teams. Receiving that, slapping that out. That was beautifully done. Good awareness. No look, slapping it to Sundance. He knew he was just behind. Another retrieval by Backlash. Moving on forward and now moving on out. So again, there's some of the patience. Looking for that cross. Beautifully done for the one. Viatrex off his head, it seems. So unlucky. Second time we've seen it.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
But it will be a 3-point lead for Backlash now as we get into these last 4 minutes of round 3. And Lewis is going to take that one, find Al Pacino, backing that to Viatrex. Another triangle forming around this Backlash stack. And that's one of the things you need to do if you're facing that mid-stack. Definitely good to form that triangle. Do the cross passes where you're passing basically towards the backs, or past the backs of the stack. That way they have to actually turn around, and it'll slow them down just by that extra, half second or so, which is enough to get those passes through. Now that said, that's a beautiful cutoff from Nilly, and he's going to send that deep into the other side of the floor, where on the bottom ramp, an initial overshoot, but retaken there by Lego. They do have themselves an open goal, and this can be big if they can build on it, but they won't actually. So it's going to be taken by Simon. Simon gets a clear. Missed opportunity there for Backlash, but they will recover on the other end to make up for it. And Lego once more with the disc. So Sundance getting stunned out. Stun dance even. And now recollected and sent for the back pass. Sent for the clear. Gonna bounce right back into their hands. And Sundance once again trying to find a clear, but the stack for Gravity ready. Stack for Backlash also ready. Ready to build on this lead. Nilly Wick going in indeed. So now 10-5 lead late in this game. 2.5 left.
11, 10, 8, 7,
So now at minimum in the next 2 minutes, Team Gravity needs to not only deny any more scores from Backlash, but they do need to score at least twice. Get a 3 in there at some point. And now maybe the opportunity for it, but nice stun from Nilly is going to deny that. Very crucial stun and crucial clear for Backlash, courtesy of Nilly. So bouncy clear. Finally a pass going to get to the hands of Lego. And now time certainly on their side, if they can just collect this disc and maybe back it out a little bit and find those passes. Lego's going to try and duck on through, but beautifully read by Viatrex. He met him right down there on the duck. Stunned him out, sent the clear. Now there's some Gravity players there trying to get back on the boost. They're a little bit too slow on it, though. They got broken up, which will result in that bounce shot attempt. And if that one goes in, that's going to be a dagger. Fortunately, it will not be. So Simon on the other end recovering. 1:13 left. The time is starting to wind down. The window is closing second by second here. So turnover needs to happen quickly. But Nilly Wick with the recovery. The 12th point for Backlash. And that may very well seal it. Not much time to spare. So Backlash coming through right in the end. Now launching out and trying to at least make something happen with the score differentials. Bring it ever closer if possible. Nice stun there. Nice one-on-one as well on Torrens. So maybe Simon 14 Gravity getting at least a little bit of consolation points in the works there off that beautiful play. Risky play, but a risk that paid off. And either way, with the time winding down, they needed the points at the very least. So, indeed, Lowrider in the chat. There is no mathematical time, as tutorial would say. Simon's going to have another attempt here. Going in for another one-on-one with some style. But Torren gets that last grab to deny it. And it's going to be a 12-7 round 3 victory. And in the third series, the third round in this series, Backlash finally coming through. High points, at least in the last 2 rounds, will be to Nillywick with an 8, 4 for Torin, 2 to Sundance, 2 to Lego, and 4 assists for Torin as well. Very nicely done. The other end, 7 to Al Pacino, 2 assists for him as well, 3 saves, 5 saves for Viatrex, an assist, and then for Lewis, an assist and a save as well. So Team Gravity coming out there strong in the first round, taking that narrow victory by the end. Backlash started to make the comeback, but Team Gravity held them off. But then second round and onwards, just in the hands of Backlash. Now it still came down basically to the final minute and a half or so of all 3 games, all 3 rounds. So it was close, it was contested, but at the end of the day, it's Backlash who came away, so congratulations to them. So later on today now, this was the first game. We have some more coming up later on. We do have up next a bit of a doubleheader. Not sure if we'll be able to stream both or not, but Calamity and Quackheads will be playing, as well as Alpha Ducks and Team Summit. So I think if it's just me casting, I'll probably end up doing Calamity and Quackheads, just because Calamity is obviously new to the league this week. And they looked really, really good in their debut match. And so it should be interesting to see how they do against Quackheads. Hopefully we can get some other casters or something, though, so we can handle both. But either or. After that, we also have, again, Alpha Ducks Team Summit, or at the same time, and then it's Alpha Ducks versus Fusion. And then that'll be the end of the European side of games for this Sunday. And then at 5 Central, it'll be Carbonite versus Respawn, as well as Spaghetti and Systematic Failure, another doubleheader. See what we do there. And then following that, Kangarillas versus Synapse, Spaghetti versus Synapse, and Instinct versus Wireless Jacks to close it out, and that will be at 8:30 Central. And yeah, so with Calamity, just to address chat, yeah, Calamity looked really good. Obviously, veteran players, a lot of them, but their passing was really, 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 like, it was on point in their debut match earlier against Fusion, I believe it was. And Denials had, I want to say, 38 points across the 3 rounds. So one of the highest scoring performances that we've seen basically in the league so far. I do believe the highest scorer now, unfortunately, it wasn't caught on VOD because it was on the VRL 3 channel, which wasn't activated for the VODs. That was our mistake. But Ender, as Sir Dimwee has confirmed, actually scored 41 points apparently across those 3 rounds. But anyway, yeah, and so for Calamity, just to address that, it's Infiltrate, Ambient, Troy VR, and Denials. So Ambient obviously played over on Ouroboros for most of the last season. Denial's been on various teams since Season 1. And Infiltrate and Troy VR also both played last season. Can't remember for which teams. Mariachi's for one of them, I do believe. But yeah, it's a lot still on the plate. We'll cover as much as we can. So definitely join us for those ones, and we'll be back soon. That next match, again, as mentioned, Calamity versus Quackheads, that won't be for about an hour, 20 minutes or so. So yeah, tune in then. In any case, that was our game, our first game, and thanks for watching. I've been Palidore, casting for you. Cameras was Wit. Thank you to him. And we'll be back in just a little bit. Take care, and bye for now.